Welcome, yogis. Happy Sunday. Still a mask ordinance in the state of Colorado. However, if you have a medical condition or you feel it is unsafe to practice with a mask, only you can exempt yourself within the four corners of your mat. Under this exemption, I will not be wearing mine. Something exciting on the docket. In 2 weeks, Saturday the 13th, 2 to 4:30 p.m., Matt Yasmovich, Tim's partner, co-owner of the studio, will be hosting a conscious cannabis ceremony, combining yoga and, of course, cannabis. For those of you not looking for a psychoactive effect, but still have an interest in combining the spirit of the plant medicine with your practice, CBD is an option. We will be, like I said, very much a ceremony ritual experience combined with a 90-minute practice, and after we'll have tea, and we can discuss, we can socialize, we can journal. Might be really fun. So if you have more questions, more details, you can ask me or Matt or really any of us. You can sign up via the workshops tab on our site. Welcome, yogis at home.
If you'd like to use the playlist I sent, it's called Yin 275. And we'll cue it up in 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, some new faces, perhaps Safar as well. Just to clarify, this is a classical yin practice. So you'll notice my props. For those of you that fall in love with this practice like I did, in the future, if you'd like to practice live and in person, maybe bring a pillow or large blankets and towels are great. Blocks of your own, straps, etc. are all super helpful, although not mandatory for this practice to be effective. So, without further ado, we'll start with reclined butterfly. So start in a seat, face the front. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide. And now place, if you have one, a pillow or rolled up blanket. One cool way to set up a large towel or blanket for this is to just roll it up into a log, and you get a little bit of a back bend that way. And then you can recline on back at your leisure. A block is also a great option for this reclined version of butterfly. To really massage your back, your spine. Take a minute and drop in. Turn your gaze inward in the spirit of this yin practice. Arms out wide, or left hand to heart, right hand to belly. You can also extend your arms above your head if that feels good. Take these opening moments, again, to drop in, to descend from the busyness, the excitement. Turn your gaze inward. Empty your mind. I like to encourage in these opening moments for you to build your breath. And not only the depth and length, but the pace. Start to incorporate a natural rhythm. You can do this by counting or simply intuiting the length of your inhales and exhales. I also encourage you to linger between the breaths, a touch of suspension, kumbhaka. Observe the qualities of the room, the sounds, the temperature, the colors. Let all of these aspects invite your full attention to the now. Begin to scan your body, toes, through your feet, up your legs, to your hips, your groin, your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, your fingertips. And climb up your arms again to your neck, your throat, chin, jaw, space behind your eyes, crown of your head. As you observe these spaces in your body, simultaneously soften them. Give your full weight to the support of the earth. And now we'll take 3 rounds of breath together. Inhale, fill your belly, your diaphragm, your chest, your throat. Pause. Exhale, gentle press of belly to spine as you release and pause. Inhale again, fuller, deeper, expand. Pause. Exhale, release slowly and pause. Last time, inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Well done. Bring your palms to your outer thighs. Assist your knees back towards each other. And roll to either side. Find a fetal shape. Come off of your prop. And linger for a moment. If you feel called to make any movements in your joints, you're welcome to. And we'll incorporate these pauses throughout the practice tonight to integrate, to digest both the subtle and obvious forces of the asana. Perfect. Now make your way to seated gently and slowly as you can, and come to a prone position on your belly facing the front. If you do have a towel or blanket, fold it into a square. And we'll build half frog sphinx. So start with sphinx. Shoulders on or about stacked. Forearms form an 11 or perhaps prayer hands. And now bend your right knee. Bring it into a half frog shape. And you can use your pad to support your inner knee if there's any soreness. And you should be on your inner right ankle. So once again, half frog. Toes point out towards the muraled wall or towards the curtains for you. And you can linger here or stack your forehead on a block if you have one. Keep your head upright or allow your chin to fall towards your chest. And give the full weight of your belly towards your mat. And return to that rhythm. Stay focused on building equanimity in your inhales and exhales. And over time, the rhythm will occur naturally. With each exhale, allow your waistline, your pelvis, to sink towards the core of the earth. Soften your jaw, your neck, your palate, the space inside your ears. And sometimes people ask, how do you breathe in a yin practice? Is it still ujjayi? Is it something else? And my answer to that question, and this may not be everyone's answer, is use your intuition. Like the symbol yin yang, it is through this practice that we seek to unite opposing forces. And ujjayi is a form of yang, since you are controlling your breath. You're actively inducing a technique. And that may support especially the poses that are uncomfortable. Or you can take a yin approach to your breath. Perhaps you feel an excess of yang tonight. And that would be breathing naturally, as if you're reading a book in bed. There's a dichotomy within this practice. And that basically we build these simple postures and we sit in them for minutes on end. But the flip side is there is many complex layers to discover and experience within the simplicity. The rhythm of your breath, the scanning of your tissues, the modifications and variations based on your own unique skeletal structure. And of course, playing your edge, dialing in a mild to moderate level of sensation or depth, a 2 to 5 on a scale of 10, slightly dull, slightly achy, slightly bitter. More and more layers will present themselves. For instance, witness consciousness, where you observe the fluctuation of your own thoughts and emotions without attachment, without concern. I invite you to dive into the layers that speak to you most on this night. And combine these layers with the personality of the asana to fundamentally invoke healing, restoration, a sense of peace, a tonification of your whole being. Full breath. Together, inhale. And exhale. Slowly release from the posture. Extend your right leg behind you. An option to come to a belly shavasana. Come onto your right ear. Or once again, perhaps movements, especially if there's a surge sensation in your low back. You might want to windshield wipe your legs. Excellent. Now bring your prop, if you used one today or tonight, to your left side. Start in Sphinx. And when you're ready, half frog with your left leg. Come onto your inner ankle. Toes point to the mirror, left of your space. Shoulders on or bowed above your elbows. Chin to chest or head upright. And now enjoy spaciousness on this side to integrate the layers we discussed. Or maybe others that we did not discuss. Make it an essential part of your practice to remain present with whatever is happening. Keep in mind throughout tonight's practice, if at any point you feel burning, tingling, numbness, you're unable to breathe normally, please completely back out of the shape, or at least modify until you can come back to neutral. A full breath with me, inhale. Exhale. Slowly make your way to prone. Extend your left leg. Come onto your left ear. Gaze right. Option to windshield once again. Keep the same level of acute awareness here in resonance that you do within the asana. Perhaps visualize it circulating through your system. Invite colors or textures within your vision. Bring life to the prana that flows within you. Perfect. Slowly and mindfully make your way to kneeling and then to your seat. If you feel the desire to move on your way, I encourage it. Excellent. No rush still. When you're ready, bring your pad that you made for half frog and sit on it. And then bring your legs nice and wide. Bring your palm or palms behind you. Press your pubic area forward. Create a little more space. And take a moment upright. Palms to shins. Flex your toes. Spread the back line of your legs into your mat. A slight lift of your chest. Find a quality of stackedness. Now unflex your toes if you haven't already. Pause as you inhale, long spine. And if you have a pillow today, you can bring it forward and fold toward your pillow. Now, there's a couple ways you can bring the pillow this way to give yourself a little more height, or nice and flat if you think you're going to go deep. Take your time. Go through the steps. You can start with forearms and maybe move from there. Again, a safe edge, a 2 to 5 on a scale of 10. As always, chin to chest. There's some fun variations where you can plant your elbows and hold your head with your hands. Those of you going a little deeper, you can form prayer hands and rest your forehead on your thumbs. If you're primarily upright tonight, you're welcome to just let your chin fall to chest. Now, I talk about this a lot, especially in these folds, progression. Before you even think about folding closer to the earth, give your attention to spreading the back line of your legs down. Soften your hamstrings, your calves, your ankles, your toes. And when that feels integrated, every few rounds of breath, assess a level of sensation that you're experiencing. And play your edge. Continue to use your imagination. See your connective tissue, your fascia, your biomatrix, lengthening, untangling, spreading. Continue to observe and deepen the connection between your breath and your body. Although it is a principle within this practice to remain relatively still, I encourage you to move consciously within the hold if that calls to you. It is important to differentiate between escape and embellishment. Stay attuned to your own body and honor its wishes. I emphasize the word body, not mind. Listen and communicate with your tissues. Let's have a full breath together. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you are folded, fingertips to the earth, gently walk your torso to upright. Very slowly. Stack your shoulders over hips, palms to shins. We'll linger here. Notice the circulation in your spine, your inner thighs, the backs of your legs. Palms to the backs of your knees. Assist your knees to bend. And now palms behind you. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. Now, most of you know how much I love this one because you can roll out your shoulders and neck. You can undulate your back and chest as you decompress your hips and legs. Assess your own ranges of motion. Invite movement everywhere. Perfect. Now make your way to kneeling once again. I'm going to give you a few modifications within that right away for those of you who might have sore knees. You can roll up your towel or blanket. First option is bring it under your ankle joints, just under the tops of your feet. That can be a touchy spot for some of us. Another option is to bring your rolled up fabric between your seat and your heels. That'll take even more compression out of your knees. I like this one. Good. I'm going to take a neck stretch here. Take a moment, allow your hips to settle, your legs to soften. Find that almost anti-gravity quality in your spine by simply stacking bones, shoulders back. Notice the composure and patience. Excellent. Now bend your right arm behind you and take hold of the eye of your left elbow. Stay for an in-breath. Exhale, lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. Now there's lots of freedom within this. You can turn your chin towards your shoulder and experience that. Or you can even turn your chin kind of neutral, just facing forward. Or perhaps even up. This is definitely a shape that invites some exploration and movement. But once you find a lovely edge, a sensation-rich alignment, and linger there. You're welcome to move on to other qualities after some time has passed. And keep your awareness on your back. Over time, it will invite you to just kind of collapse and round. Maintain that lift along your back. Slight hug of shoulder blades. Again, the yin, the yang within the yin. And also give your attention to your right palm. Notice if you're really gripping your elbow. No need for that. Hold on just enough to maintain traction and leverage. Return to that rhythm in your breath if you've lost the connection for any reason. Notice if you're clenching or binding, especially in your hamstrings, quads, shins, feet, toes. Allow your lower body to spread. Maintain an inner gaze. Travel the expansive landscape. Notice how within there are no walls, there are no fences, there are no cages. The only boundaries are of your own mind. Set yourself free. In a sanctuary of the inner. Full breath in and out. First, release your hold on your elbow. Then slowly bring your head to neutral and take some circles, take some movements in your shoulders and your neck. That one made me drool. Yes. Intuition. There is no right. And for those of you kneeling, especially if your knees were a little grumpy, you may want to come through a table and pedal out your legs as you roll out your neck. As we will, of course, be taking the other side. Perfect. No rush. When you feel complete, come back to kneeling. Adjust your props as they were. I notice some of you are in easy seat with legs crossed. That is also an option, especially if your knees are just not feeling it today. The focus here is our neck and shoulders. All right. Bend your left arm behind you. Take hold of the eye of your right elbow. Stay for an in-breath. Lengthen just a bit. Reach through your crown. Exhale, lower your right ear towards your right shoulder. Once again, pivot your chin towards your shoulder, or keep it for the most part neutral, or maybe even point it up. Maintain length in your spine throughout the hold. And notice if you're clenching excessively your elbow with your hand. Safe edge, slightly dull, slightly achy, slightly bitter. 2 to 5 on a scale of 10. Continue to observe and invoke an intimate relationship, even dialogue, between your breath and your body. Incorporate the practice of dhyana, the seventh limb, and challenge yourself to maintain this focus for extended periods. Breath, body. Observe the refuge of an empty mind, free of constriction, free of desire, free of attachment or aversion. Full breath together, inhale. And exhale. First, release your arm. And then bring your neck through neutral and once again move freely. It may feel great to pedal your legs as you roll out your shoulders and neck. Okay, we'll now move on to outrigger. So once again, your pad that you made, basically a square with your towel or blanket. Plant your right knee on it. Now, a couple options here. You can take, once again, that half frog variation, so you'll come onto your inner ankle, right ankle that is, or top of your foot. So keep in mind, this is an inner thigh stretch. It's not an ankle stretch. So if it's distracting to have your ankle down like that and maybe awkward or painful, don't do it. Now extend your left leg wide. Yogis here in person, you can face the mirror if you want to stay on your mat, or you can face the back. But the mirror, you'll still be able to see what's happening. Now take a moment here, palms under shoulders. Create space between your knee and your foot. Your toes point forward. Good. Option to stay upright on your palms or down to forearms. Now, if you're not feeling anything, it's because there's not enough distance between your foot and your knee. Now focus on creating that space. Build your edge here. And another thing to adjust and modify on your own is the orientation of your hips. Perhaps keep them aligned with your bent knee and your extended leg, or maybe rock them back and or forward to experiment with, again, your unique skeletal variation. This is another pose that invites progression. So every few breaths, maybe experiment with more distance between your foot and your knee. Reminder to do it in a yin way, not through force, not through excess, but through surrender. Receptive, passive quality. For the most part, the target areas here are your inner leg, extended leg, in this case your left leg, and your groin. Give the weight of your hips and back towards the core of the earth. Chin to chest, or support your head with a prop. Return to your inner gaze and the rhythm of your breath. Stay present with exactly what is happening. Continue to scan and soften as you continue to breathe. This too shall pass. Give yourself fully to the experience. In order to, again, tonify your whole being, your inner network, your nervous system. A full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you are on forearms, start by lifting your torso by using the strength of your palms. Then bend your extended leg. Make your way to a table. From here, pedal your legs. It may feel good to go all the way to a down dog and pedal there. Shake out your head, yes and no. Release any buildup in your shoulders. We tend to transfer discomfort to other parts. So notice if you did that. Roll out your ankles, your toes. Notice if there's buildup in your palate or jaw. Alrighty. We'll switch it up now. Adjust your pad to support now your left knee. Option again, inner ankle or top of your foot. Extend your right leg long. Come onto all four corners of your foot, toes point forward. Stay with this, palms under shoulders, or come to forearms. Adjust the space between your knee and your foot. Play your edge. Add traction by yielding your hips, your back, the weight of all those bones, all that tissue toward your mat. And lastly, notice what happens when you adjust the orientation of your hips. There's not a correct way. It's more a curious exploration on your part to address your unique structure. Your body, your yoga. I talked about displacement of tension or discomfort. Keep checking in. Toes to crown to fingers and back again. Release any clenching or binding, any gripping. Allow this resistance to dissolve. Full breath together. Inhale. Exhale. Once again, plant your palms, lift your chest, bend your left or right leg, and proceed to move freely. Down dogs seem to be the favorite. Pedals from there. You can pedal from a table, roll out shoulders and neck, ankles and toes. Observe the personality of the asana circulating through you. And when you feel complete, make your way onto your back. Toes towards the front. When you arrive, a fetal shape to your right. Extend your bottom arm, rest your head there. We'll set up a supine twist. Extend your left arm to the sky. Roll on to your shoulder blades. Keep your legs and hips in place. T or cactus your arms. Gaze left and stretch your neck. You can add traction by bringing your right palm to your outer thigh. Very little exertion there. Just the weight of your hand even is enough. If your legs have separated, perhaps place something between them. In addition, if your shoulders are not quite touching your mat, perhaps place something under your bottom thigh to level things out. We won't be here long, just a brief twist to clear out your low back, your outer hips, and your belly. We'll take a full breath, inhale, and exhale. Pause for one more inhale. Exhale, return to your fetal shape. No rush. Face the right side of the room. Stay for your inhale. As you exhale, fetal shape opposite side. Inhale your right arm to the sky and exhale onto your shoulder bones. Use your props. To your cactus. Perhaps gaze right. A full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Remain for an inhale. Exhale, fetal shape, left side. When you feel complete, Shavasana awaits. Many options here. You can bring your pillow or bolster under your knees. You can cover up with a blanket if you're chilly. Place a small towel or blanket under your neck for support. For some more time in Shavasana, you're welcome. Especially you yogis at home, I encourage it. Or begin to return to the rhythm of your breath. As you do intuitive movements, inspire your transition. Full body stretch. Reach long. With your exhale, either side. Slowly make your way to a tall seat. Prayer hands at your heart. Bow your head towards your fingers. We'll seal today with a collective moment of silence in the spirit of Yen to seal your practice in exactly the way you see fit. Thumbs to third eye, inhale. Exhale, bow. Namaste. Thank you, yogis. Amazing practice this evening. If you have questions or comments, happy to chat with you. Take your time in your transition, no rush. I'll be out front. Thank you, friends at home, for joining us. We'll see you next time. Sleep well.